Hello everyone, welcome to this new video. Today, very quick video, or well, hopefully a very quick video about our new lineup. Let's first have a look at our next opponent. We'll be playing against Micioni, bizarre name, quite funny though. Sort of a sweet name. And then there we go. They've been conceded. They sit here, 17th position in the league. Now things are starting to shape up stats-wise. So we can have some sort of an indication from the amount of points, the amount of goals they conceded, and so on and so forth. So 51 goals were conceded so far, which is very high, probably the worst stats ever. And then 16 goals were scored amongst. These guys are amongst the worst, probably worst. So they're probably the third worst striking team around so far. So this sounds very good for us. Well, unfortunately, we have some magic in our team, so we are able to let a lot of teams who are apparently weak with striking to score. We can get them to score somehow, and so I'm a bit worried. I'm still a bit worried that we might be wasting a chance to collect 3 points. But let's have a look at their lineup, at least the latest one. So first off, goalkeeper, 4.1, 3.5 stars. 4 stars, 35.3. This one, guys, good. 3.5 stars, 14.6. 4 stars, 24.9. 3 stars, 11.6. 2 stars, 5.1. These two guys just do not sound right. That's why I've opened the squad page over there. 14.2, 3.5 stars. 4.5 stars, 37.9. Here we are with the good players. 3.5 stars, 16.9. 4 stars, 32.2. And 4 stars, 21.4. So first thing, I want to understand what these guys are doing. So we said that they were supposed to play on the left, so one is able to play on the left and this one's able to play on the left as a left back. Let's have a look at who's playing here. Alright, well, there's something funny here, something funny going on here. Left and centre, he was playing on the right. This one guy is supposed to be a left offensive midfielder, but he was playing at the defence. This one guy, left defender, but relatively bad. I don't really understand what's going on there. I mean, the players were playing out of their role. I don't know, some of them were probably either injured or disqualified. Let's try and let's try and figure out what this kind of team should look like. So Jamate should be playing on the left. These two at the centre. Let's have a look at their stats. 22.5, 14.6. But let's say that Jamate will be playing at the centre. He's very experienced, so he is a problem. But let's say that Schiappa will be playing in the middle. He's got relatively high experience, 24.9 with 4 stars, but low heading skills. This time around, these two were at the centre. So all in all, the central defence does not sound that dangerous for strikers, and the goalkeeper does not sound very bad either for us, at least. So the centre of the defence does not sound very solid, does not look very solid. We'll probably have to focus on here. And Central midfield. Are there any good players? Yes, that one, of course, 4.5 stars with good experience. Then Zampieri, 16.2 with 4 stars. So that one guy can be, well, he's not as good as our midfielders. And then we have the strikers. They're not playing at least a couple of these players because they've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. I believe this guy's not playing actually. I believe a bot took over the team for some reason. So because this lineup does not make any sense to me. So let's try and predict what could be happening if an actual person was running the team. So we'd have 2 relatively dangerous players, not as skilled as our defenders probably, or as our goalkeeper, but with relatively low experience. So we can go attacking. We should be playing in the middle, at the middle in particular, I believe, because this one guy, I mean, yeah, he'd be playing out of his role, but he's still very experienced and with 4 stars, so Magari is not ideal to fight against him. So we should be playing at the centre rather than on the right. I mean, in case we were sure these 2 guys were the only ones available to this team, we should be playing on the right and push it, like going very, very attacking. But what we should be doing in this case, in my opinion, is playing short passing and attacking, trying to put some pressure on the centre of the defence. So Variopinto will be playing here. I'm sorry, I will be playing in the middle. Luckily we could get him back eventually, and Buzzi has actually overcome Variopinto's experience despite being very young because of this very bad injury, and on top of disqualification, of a recent disqualification. Let's play Variopinto against the stronger midfielder, who's this one guy here. Hopefully he'll be able to counter him. Anyway, Buzzi is supposed to be stronger than the other midfielder, so would be ahead anyways, or at least let's hope so. Our problem here is Boccarossa. Boccarossa is injured, so we can't really be playing him. Fabris will be a replacement for any defender should any come down off the pitch because of an injury or whatever. Then Magari will be playing on the left as usual, our captain. Let's put him back into this role, and then let's try and see what's wrong with the subs. So Boccarossa Alessi is not going to happen, so let's set Bulzi Brianza as central midfielder, so that Brianza will be building up some more routine. And there we go. And alright, Pilinga's not there anymore. Napoli Passeri is fine, so we might probably want to go and play either De Crescenzo or Fabris. We probably want to play De Crescenzo more than Fabris. Yeah, it's probably more convenient. So Magari and De Crescenzo. Let's go for some midfielder left, and here we are. We'll be going attacking. I think it should suffice. It should suffice, because going very attacking against these 2 strikers does not make me feel very safe or confident. So we'll have to go attacking. Hopefully this goalkeeper will not oppose to big of a resistance. These defenders are probably going to be a bit of a problem, but in particular, if these 2 guys were not replaced by anybody else, then we'd be fine. We would definitely be winning. hopefully this kind of pressure uh, will allow us to have at least one of the opponent's players disqualified. I truly hope so. And then focus side central, yes, because Napoli, in my opinion, is better than any possible central midfielder they might be playing. So, yeah, let's have a look at the squad. But I don't think there's really a central defender able to counter or to outperform Napoli here. So, I think this should be fine. This should be just fine. Let's try though and make one more thing, like in case at the 75th minute we were drawing or losing, we would go very attacking. There we go. And in case we were losing too, same thing, at least -1. 75th minute. Let's go very attacking. Because I truly hope we'll be winning this one. So guys, I think this is it for today. Unfortunately, we had to replace Boccarossa, who's a very important player for us. He'll be injured for 3 games, so we won't be able to count on him. Luckily, Alessi has a decent amount of experience thanks to the consistent subs we did with him. So I'm quite confident that at least in this occasion he'll be sufficient to counter this kind of opponents. I hope this will not be too big of a setback in the future for the following 2 games whilst Boccarossa injured. So guys, that said, I believe this is it for today's lineup. Thanks a lot again for watching. Support the team because we really need it right now, and in case we were able to collect a few more points here in the very last part of the first half of the season, we could be start planning on the next season already, and that would be just great because we could be playing. We could be playing this game with some headroom to plan ahead of time, and I'd be very happy with it. This could shorten the wait for the real blooming of the team and the club. So guys, thanks a lot again for watching, and see you in